Back and better than ever. Once again, it's the CSC Challenger Series brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts. William Stewart here, Sean Green. How's it going, folks? We just got done with an event, didn't we, Sean? And now look, we're doing this again, buddy, for some good fun.
Oh man, I cannot tell you how nice it feels to be in a 68-degree temperatured place that is my house. I think I got frostbite over the weekend, but I would rather take that than the alternative, buddy, and to hang out with you all weekend long to see those great steel tip darts. Woo, baby. What a
Well,
night.
well, you know that feeling when it's a nice crisp fall day. You got chili on the pot, but unfortunately it takes a tumble and then there's no more chili. That's what we were experiencing in Music City, and now look, we're getting this crisp action here for some cricket. I'm excited for this Division 1 and Division 2 this session as we have quite the bill of names on both our brackets.
I got to be honest with you, buddy. I think I did 5 different analogies. That was 6th on the list out of 6. I give you a B plus for effort, though. No, it was a great time, man. I enjoyed every second of it, even when I couldn't feel my hands. But dude, tonight, the start of the new season of the CSC Challenger Series, starting with Division 1, where the champion will win $4,500. Players get 6 times their entry fee as early as 9th through 12th, buddy. 9th through 12th, you're getting 6 times your entry fee. That's all you got to do.
Just that, wait till you see this field. That's the thing. Wait
Field.
till you see this field.
There's barely anyone in that's good.
Oh, barely.
I just want
Barely.
I just want to know how they picked this field. I need everyone to tell me exactly how they picked this field, because these 28, I don't know. For Division 1. I'm kidding,
Yeah.
obviously. The whole bullshooter thing with everyone online. Guys, if you've never watched the CSC Challenger Series before, race to 9, all cricket format, best of 17 legs. It'll start with a cork. It'll end with a cork if it goes to a last leg decider. Everything else is loser start, except for if one of the players is down 3 legs or more, they will go first until they are back to that 2-leg deficit. That is the player advantage rule that is in effect every year. And I know people hate it, people love it. Listen, I love it. It makes things closer sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't matter at all, as we've seen throughout the years.
Yeah,
Years.
it's what year. Yeah, it's one of those things that some people love it, some people hate it. I like it because it creates a comeback scenario essentially. So you never know what could happen, as we've seen a couple big comebacks in the past. Maybe we'll see a couple more this year, but I don't know, man. I'm really excited for this D1 bracket. As that top half, I'm going to be honest with you. If you're at the bottom of the bracket, you're going to be thanking everybody upstairs because
Because
this
of the people
one,
upstairs?
those people upstairs, because man, the field is so stacked up there.
Yeah, we don't have a bracket look for you to run through it with you step by step. However, a lot of the favorites are at the top. One of the favorites that is not at the top is Rick Hensey. His road looks a little bit nicer than some of the others, but there's no nice road, guys. His first round matchup is going to be just as tough as he's ever done before, especially with now the pressure on him with a second place finish last season.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I've got a couple names written down just to keep a lookout for at that bottom of that bracket with Rick Hensey and John Edwards poking out. So there's a couple names that could come out of the bottom of the bracket. But of course, 3 big names up top: Leonard Gates, Jeremiah Millar, and Kenny Doyle. I mean,
Yeah,
that's an interesting bracket.
it is. Absolutely, it is. I know Kenny, I believe it's Kenny plays Jesse Gore in the first round, if I'm not mistaken. That's a tough first draw for either player. No, Kenny plays not Jesse Gore, but either way, one of these big time favorite guys plays against Jesse Gore. He's not one to overlook. Same thing with Shane Johnson, maybe a name you don't know as well in the dart community. he's 4th or 5th highest average on NPR. He's going to be right in the mix of it too. So it's not just Gates, Millar, and Doyle. You got 3 other names, 2 of them brand new to this type of format this year.
Yeah, I remember Sugar Shane from the Booyah Cup, actually. But I'm just taking a look at the bracket. Kenny Doyle actually got his Super Darts, sponsor, Ian Hansen, in the first
Oh,
round. Jeremiah Millar has Jesse Gore.
okay.
And then, of course, the match that we're getting tonight is Nick Selepec and Johnny Lackey. And then just wanted to mention Leonard Gates taking on the young Hunter Van Beek.
Yeah. Hunter can do some crazy things on a dartboard and stretches. That could be a potential one. I'm telling you, look at the Jesse Gore, Jeremiah Millar. Jeremiah Millar is one of 2 heavy favorites. Okay. And that's no offense to Rick Hensey, Kenny Doyle. They can definitely win this thing. But I'm talking top 2 legit 6+ majority of the time averages Leonard Gage, Jeremiah Millar. However, if he has a little bit of an off night and Jesse Gore capitalizes on it and plays his best, he might take that one, bud. But Johnny Lackey, Nick Selepec, I'm excited for this one, bud.
That's going to be a good one, as Johnny Lackey actually will call this man in his interview Pops, as he calls it, as he thinks these two look a little bit alike. And let me tell you what, the new slim looking Nick Selepec, he's looking like a Mr. Handsome himself. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, you got Johnny Lackey, aka Dr. Handsome, is from Spring, Texas. He has a lovely wife, 2 sons, one very young. Johnny just celebrated his 41st birthday on the 4th of August, and that's the best looking 41-year-old I've ever seen.
Just sheer honesty. Just sheer honesty. We all know it. Why not say it? Why not say it? And yeah, he actually was in that ESPN Invitational, but well,
You don't want to talk.
yeah, well, we don't want to talk. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. As we actually saw a couple people this past weekend, and some other individuals who were in this bracket as well, and Leonard Gates and others shoot quite well. So let's see how this pans out tonight between these 2 individuals. I think we could potentially have a potential all the way. What do you think?
Yeah, Nick Selepec is a darn good dart player. He has the 7th highest rated. He's the 7th highest rated player in Division One this series. 4.81 NPR according to the 2022 All-Star ranking stats, and also to show you his consistency, last season's CSC Challenger Series, he averaged a 4.81 in 45 games, hitting 23.9 marks. From Kissimmee, Florida, sponsored by Super Darts. He just celebrated his 41st plus birthday 15 days ago on July 23rd. 3 daughters and 2 granddaughters. Girl dad and girl pop. Hashtag on that bad boy. He is outnumbered heavily in the household. But Johnny Lackey averaging a 4.7 according to the 2022 All-Star ranking list. Last CSC Challenger Series, he had him throwing a 4.68 in 73 games, hitting 36.9 marks. This is going to be heavy scoring, bud, and I'm expecting a great battle here.
We see the view from the sky box as C&M Dart sponsored player Nick Selepec takes the Aki for the 3 dart shootout here for the start. Johnny Lackey here.
Look at that fancy place.
I'm telling you, isn't that is nice.
Kenny Doyle is rolling over in his grave right now. Whenever that happens, that he would have to play in that type of a environment with a disco ball and stuff. Ridiculous.
Hey, I must say, Nick in the background has done a phenomenal job with this new setup. I'm liking this bright view on the scoreboard here, clear as day. I know you viewers are going to love that as well. I think it's going to be less potential for those questions about what's the score.
Nope. It's not going to matter at all. We know it. However, I will say this, guys, the first leg just counted as the diddle. It's the 3 dart count up. Stop looking at the scoreboard for the overall score total. I'm just going to tell you guys early instead of often. You don't have to worry about that bad boy, all right?
Oh, man. Well, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be home. Let's be honest here, but as Some of us traveled 11 hours and 5 states today to get to this point right now to watch these two fellas duke it out. So I'm excited to sit here and enjoy a good match.
Well, look at it from Johnny Lackey throwing out a 7 mark early on in this one. This is going to show you the class of players that we're going to have in the CSC Challenger Series. Like I said, Nick Selepec, 7th ranked on the rating list. Anything can happen in this bad boy, and only a 2 mark for that round. But guys, A to Z Darts is back as a sponsor of our CSC Challenger Series, and it's brand month over at A to Z Darts, and they are featuring Harrows all August long. Harrows is known for their industry-leading CNC machining. You'll notice near perfection on their barrels in terms of milling. The dart of the month is the Harrows Fire Inferno Range. There's a lot of fire in there. Receive 10% off plus a free 5-pack assorted Harrows flights with all Fire Inferno tungsten dart purchases at A to Z Darts.com. Just click the Dart of the Month banner found on the homepage.
Here's Johnny Lackey here as we switch on over to Nick Selepec.
Nick
gonna
playing,
have to go ahead.
At Skybox. I played an A blind draw there, unfortunately, and very fortunately. It is where I met my good friend Nick Teixeira for the very first time. Otherwise, I would not be sitting in this chair. So, Brandon Neal, to answer your question from earlier that you had, that is why I'm sitting in this chair, and unfortunately, not someone better. As Johnny is cruising in this early leg, Nick having trouble getting going. Let's let everyone know A to Z Darts is sponsoring a giveaway tonight. Tonight's raffle winner will receive their choice of any Harrows Blaze Pro 6 dart case found at A to Z Darts.com. You'll have your choice of color between black, blue, and red. The Blaze Pro 6 is a slim, hard case providing hefty protection and can hold 2 sets of fully assembled darts. Johnny Lackey takes down that first leg and points for good measure. All you need to do to enter tonight's raffle is leave a comment on our Facebook live stream chat and hit that like button on tonight's stream. And I'm going to ask Nick, because I have no idea, does that work for both Facebook pages? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, what we'll do is we'll probably end up just pulling 2 names from each, or if you can't combine them, we'll pull 2 names and then we'll randomize it. That is a new deal with this combined deal. I'm happy to have the CSC Challenger Series on USA Darts, honestly, because it's just more eyes that are going to be on this platform as we get a...
goes the Dynamite, the first of the season.
There it is, folks. Our first boom goes the D. Rut-row.
You just said it sounds weird. That was a weird way to say it. Guys, don't say it like that.
Well, you know me. I prefer the broom goes the janitor.
Well, that's only when someone sweeps up the competition.
Well, look at this. He could sweep it up here. Looking for a 9.
Boom goes the Dynamite. Johnny Lackey starting off back-to-back. The Texan throwing some fireworks in there as Nick Selepec turns around to, I think, talk trash to Johnny to his friends. But how not nice that is.
We do see some friends in attendance here watching these guys go at it live and in person.
Olivia Terry, the D with the eyes emoji. For those of you wondering if you just tuned in, Johnny can miss triples. He just does so, but averaging a 7.33. He's got 7 triples and 9 darts so far in this leg.
Just a subtle reminder, folks. Will has been driving for 11 hours and just rolled in, so if I sound a little goof, it's probably because I'm half asleep, okay? This thing's keeping me excited, though. It's keeping me up and at 'em.
Guys, I have great news for you. I got back around 2 a.m. and then went to school for the first teacher day today, so I'm feeling wide awake in order to take over for Will here.
Oh, man. Sean doing the duties that I don't think I would have the capabilities to do, is wrangling them kids. especially at the beginning of the year, let alone the end of the year, buddy.
I'm just a glorified babysitter. That's what they say.
Camp counselor, if you will.
Nobody said that. Who said that?
Guys, second place finisher in the bull shooter shootout, Randy Magneto in our chat. Throwing some fire emojis at us. Randy, loved seeing you successful there, bud. You're a fantastic human being and great for our sport. Randy does so many things in the Chicago, Northwest area of Indiana for all of darts. He's the type of player that will sit there and talk to you about strategy, about throw, for as long as you want to, even as a brand new player. He's happy to do it. And Johnny Lackey, 6.0 to follow his opening leg. And he is on a tear right now. 2-0 lead, not 3 for those of you just joining us and just saw that little flash of the scoreboard.
Thank you for the reminder, sir. As that is probably a question we'll get, throughout this CSC. Quick shout out, we got Ryan Mooningham in the chat as well. So, hello, Ryan. Hope you're doing well, sir, and in good health or returning to good health.
Yeah, buddy. Best wishes to you, for sure. It's man, not fun. Not fun, especially multiple times. Never a good time.
Yep, exactly. Just wanted to subtly wish him well here as we're cheering him on.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and mention it. Johnny was technically first out in the bull shooter shootout. Do you think that that's motivating him right now? Because he is coming out on absolute fire.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. He takes some slack here and there for honestly no reason at all. Just because he's a good-looking guy. Let's say that.
Being homely, man.
It's that garbage. No, and I mean honestly, although we got bowed out first, I mean he was still in that 32 to be on that platform, and or to get the chance to be on that platform. That is a crazy thing to think about. So yeah, I think he's coming out with a little on his plate here, and he wants to eat it up, take it down.
Well, I mean it's I don't know how. The disco ball is definitely helping his game. I can tell you that much. He needs to find, like, when you go to a bowling alley and they have like that night bowling that's all stroby and everything, that's not safe for anyone that has epilepsy. He's probably a good bowler at that too. He's probably a better bowler when he does that.
Yeah, Cubby, it says, will any of the Midwest players be playing in this series like Dason or Chip? So he's talking strictly, I think, North Dakota people. I don't think we have any North Dakota people. Potentially a couple South Dakota. Yeah, we have a South Dakota a couple people from South Dakota. John Edwards, I think, was from Sioux Falls, Iowa. So that's kind of up there in that area. Yeah, Kyle Liddicky, he's in this as well. Rick Hinsey, Minnesota. But Chip, Dason, they are not in this. You got to get your games in to participate in this. So dartstoc.com, go check it out. Get those games in so you can participate in this series. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, absolutely. You said it best, bud. The more the merrier. We have seen in the 3 seasons that we've done this, the level of play, the level of buy-in, the viewership, the support from everyone that's in the chat and following along with us every time we do this. It means a lot. Boom goes the dynamite. Johnny Lackey, 3 of them so far in leg number 3.
Hey, I just wanted to mention this real quick. I didn't know this, but potential leg match, or like a match deciding leg here, Jordan Meyer versus Steve Diker. That could go the distance. That's an appetizing match that I just saw right now that I wanted to mention out there. That winner will pay Larry Keith at the top of the bracket.
Yeah, that one was a pleasant surprise for us to see at the very top of the bracket when we first opened up, when we looked at it and we're like, oh, this is going to be a good season. First round battle, that one. Look at Johnny Lackey on fire. 8 mark. 7-3-3 in leg number 3.
My goodness. Well, how about this, Sean? We got somebody with us here. We got a third person in here. And it's not Nick. It's not Nick. So Actually, we got 4 people in this chat. How about we bring him in? A guy with a little bit of experience in this CSC Challenger Series, both Division 1 and Division 2, Brandon Neal. How's it going, Brandon?
It is going well, gentlemen. Thank you for having me. I've been sitting here quietly just watching Johnny Lackey destroy this dartboard so far. He came out just blazing hot, and it seems that Nick hasn't been able to really rise up yet, but he's a seasoned vet, so I feel it coming here soon. We're already at the player advantage, I think, right? 3-0?
Technically, no. 3 legs up, yes, but when it becomes 3-1, technically it goes back to the 2 legs. So it has to be, I guess, over 3 legs for it to really come into effect.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If as of this leg, if he were to lose this one, he would be going first throughout, right?
Until
No,
he potentially comes back.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Sorry.
Yeah. So we've seen so far, leg number 2 is a 6-0. Leg 3 was a 7-1-1 there. What was that first leg? Did you catch it, Sean?
It's like a 5-1.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
We're coming out hot for sure. And this one, yeah, coming out with vengeance. What do you say, Sean?
Oh, absolutely. And Brandon, question for you here. So Johnny comes out on fire. If you're Nick, you know Johnny's average. His league average is about a 4.7, 4.6. He's throwing a 6.5 right now. That's not a logical thing that he's going to be able to keep up through 9 legs or throughout this format. Is this a time where you just become patient?
Yeah, you absolutely have to. Like you said, he's going to come back to earth, and you just have to stay steady. Don't let this get to you, because you have that fact that he's throwing out of his mind right now. Plus, any leg that you lose, you'll still get to go first. Here in a minute, he'll get to go first if he wins. So there's a lot of things still in his side for coming back and getting back into this. And like I said, he's been doing this forever. I highly doubt that he's getting nervous yet. He's got plenty of time here.
Well, we've seen this before. Someone jumps out early, and then the comeback happens pretty rapidly and ends up being a 4-3 scoreline going into the break. Happens more often than not. We've seen a 6-1 deficit get broken. Nick's not going to panic in a race to 9.
No, definitely not. I mean, he's an experienced player. He's been here before, probably in this exact situation, let's be honest, where somebody gets hot. He knows this is a roller coaster ride. It's going to go up, it's going to go down, it's going to go sideways every once in a while. You just got to figure it out along the way. Keep with that momentum and just kind of play your game. Play your game and know that leg or two is going to come, and that's when you got to spark and kick it in gear. As I did want to mention here real quick, Kenny Doyle is in the background there supporting Nick Selepec too. So I wonder if he just got done playing Ian.
I don't know if he just got done playing. Did we get frozen here? Are you guys frozen?
Nope.
Oh, it's my stuff. Great. Best news ever. No, I forget the question because I was frozen.
No, you're okay. I was just saying. I think that Kenny asked he already played because I saw a little live feed from Ian, so I was wondering if they were actually already playing. And I'm guessing he probably played right there at Skybucks, so he's supporting Nick, who's actually a good buddy of his.
Yeah, Hunter's actually in the chat right now, saying already did play. It wasn't pretty.
Oh. Well, this is what's crazy about that too, and he's talking about, I'm sure, himself playing Leonard.
Right.
Yeah, Leonard probably played him from some random bar on his way, or he took a jet back to Houston last night and came just off the steel tip board to play.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him.
No.
And I wouldn't put it past him to also be throwing above what he normally throws.
Mm-hmm. Well, he knows the competition in this CSC Challenger Series. The average is kicked up. Let's be honest. Willie Walker and Chrissy Grimmel are in Division 2.
Yeah.
What?
Willie Walker was in the top 10 Season 1 of Division 1, I believe. And his game has not dropped. It's just been the play, the people, the amount of players that are trying to qualify. Jeremiah Millar, he was in the chat. Boom goes the dynamite. Johnny Lackey, 4 of them. Jeremiah Millar was in the chat of season 1 talking about trying to qualify for this because he was ready for this type of test. And here he is. He's going to get his opportunity. It's cool to see these players that really want to play in this just qualify and play in it.
So I mentioned Chrissy. Brandon, have you played Chrissy before?
I have. Yeah, you mentioned Chrissy and Kenny Doyle. Actually, my first ever experience at the TOC, bright and early, 8:30 on a Saturday morning, we walk in to play our first level 1 triples match, and it's Kenny Doyle, Nick Selepec, and Chrissy Grimmel. Welcome to Kansas City.
My word, that is
was a
quite
rough
the
one.
team. Yeah.
Did you win?
No, not quite.
Sorry, I had to do that.
The best part was that I really got exposure to how really big name players can also be really nice and cool and laid back. I mean, they were just having a great time, talking to us the whole time, and just beating us senseless while they were doing it. It was pretty impressive to watch.
Well, just to tell you how laid back Nick is we were just hanging out at NDA event, and of course we're hanging out there chatting with Nick or whatever, and just how serious Kenny is because Sean goes, "Hey, let's take a picture real quick." Kenny didn't even start throwing his darts yet, steps to the line and says, "All right," keeps throwing.
Yeah, he threw all 3 darts, hit 2 of the 3 triples, while I'm leaning against him for a selfie to get Nick in the picture as well, because I thought we were taking a selfie because he agreed to it as he was at the line getting ready to throw, and then he just threw anyway. Did finally stop, though, before getting his darts and smiled for the camera, and talked crap at the same time, like, yeah, you see that 7 mark? Oh, you're leaning on me? Because that's how Kenny Doyle is.
Real quick, April says, any advice on amateurs like myself? So, Brandon, I want to direct that to you, actually. Go ahead and answer that if you can.
You sure? You sure you don't want to direct that one to me? No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, could you read the question? I don't have the chat in front of me.
So it just says, April asked, any advice on amateurs like myself? So I think she just wants to know, like, any advice for those amateurs that are looking to better their play.
Yeah, absolutely. The PPD leagues have they have capped leagues, they have handicap leagues, they have spot marks. There are several different options to get you started so that you can get your foot in the door, start improving, getting better, and they offer those almost every day of the week. That's how we started, and now I play exclusively PPD leagues 2 days a week, and got me to where I am today and where I have been.
John?
Oh, I'm not an expert on that at all. So I would say just suffer through about 10 or 12 years, become a commentator, and then you don't have to worry about it anymore because when you go to tournaments, you're getting paid no matter what.
Classic Sean Green right there. No, I just keep hitting the boards, my advice. And, put a Post-it up there. Try to, put 3 in the Post-it and then put it in half and then try to get 3 in the Post-it and then do it another time. That's my advice. Just keep battling.
Yeah,
Well,
that's great. I think practice is very underrated. I don't think people talk about it enough, but on the ESPN coverage, they did a poll of the players and how much they practice, and I don't know if y'all heard it or not, but there was 2, 3, 4 hours a day leading up to this. So although I don't expect you to do that, any amount of time that you can get to break away and do some repetition would be better for you.
Well, how about this, guys? We're 4-0 right now.
Yeah.
Nick's gonna have to dig in here and try to get a leg on the board as he kind of walked that third there.
Brandon, I have to ask this question, and I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but I think you like both these guys. When going into this, did you expect this from Johnny Lackey? Did you think Nick was the favorite? Would you have favored Johnny?
I really hate to say this because you're right. I do really like both of these guys, but I've played them a few times over the past year, and the form that I saw, yeah, this doesn't surprise me too much. Johnny has been on the rise. He is playing better than I've ever seen him play. And Nick, I'm not sure if he's just been off when he's. I mean, he still beat me. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I don't. It's not the same level of competitiveness and just triple after triple that I'm used to seeing. So I don't know. Again, I don't know if that's isolated incident or if he's just not putting as much effort into it and doing some other things like myself. So, but yeah, I would say this is going not far from what I expected so far.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he became an electrician in the meantime because he's wiring all these triples.
Yeah. That's so frustrating. I mean, especially when your opponent is, just playing the way that they are and you're hitting the wire so many times. And a lot of these are a dot out into an off number, too, so it's not even counting.
There's
He'll
another
get
one.
it turned around. Yep. Those are
Yeah,
the worst.
see, what's funny, though, is like for a bad player, I'm like, at least I got it close. So I'm excited about those. When they miss, I'm like, hey, what could I do? I threw great darts. It just didn't go in.
And let's just be honest too. Like it just could be Johnny's day today. Honestly, I mean, he could be just throwing lights out where Nick's just the case of the one hole outside.
Yeah, it's not uncommon for someone to throw half a point over their average for a league night, right? And, this is going to be about the same amount of games. With me averaging a 4.5, there are nights when I throw a 5.2, but there are also nights when I throw a 3.8. So they all average out. And this looks like one of those 5.2 nights for Johnny.
Well, and it was the perfect storm of motivation for him. I'm sure he went in to Thursday with a lot of momentum. He's gotten a lot better. He wanted to show some people some things, and then to have no success, um, you're going to come out on Monday. Hey, you're streaming. Okay, good. At least I get another chance to show everyone what I actually can do. Pressure is no longer on him. Now it's kind of a aggressive vigor, so to say.
Yeah, I would have to agree. As someone who's gotten a chance to redeem themselves on the stream, you definitely dig down deep and make sure that you practice a little bit more and prep better so that you can make a good showing. And wow, is he taking advantage of that?
Yeah, I think that is his lowest average win or winning average of any leg. But Nick Selepec, he's starting to press a little bit now. You're seeing it 5-0 is different than 3-0 a little bit earlier. Now you can see him. He's walking back from the line. He is a good inch below that triple, which is just unheard of for someone of his level. What's going on? What do you think?
It is not good. That's not a good sign when you're down 5-0. You're right. He's pressing. He's really got to dig down deep here. I know he's been doing this forever. This is the time. He has to dig down, get an extra level. I feel terrible. I've been there. It's
Well,
not a good spot to be.
And you see it right there. Like every little dart just outside, it's eating away at him,
Yeah,
and it could potentially, just hang on. If you hang on to that feeling, it's never going to be good. So you just got to keep battling, hope to keep plugging away, and hopefully you get one on the board here, and that one leg could potentially lead to two leads to three leads to four.
Well, and if you're Nick here, you want to be holding on to the ropes because that break might be what you need. You might just
That's
need
what I
to
was just about to
mentally
say.
clear.
Yeah, Game 7 cannot get here. Game 8, I guess, after Game 7 cannot get here quick enough for Nick. He needs a break for Johnny more than anything. Give him a minute to cool off and let that adrenaline dump, because that's why we see so many comebacks aside from the player advantage. You come in with all of this adrenaline and things start going great. Well, then your mind and your heart rate kind of goes into cruise control and your muscle memory doesn't work right. And that's when they make the comeback.
Well, and you're seeing it kind of in this leg a little bit. Johnny's adrenaline's really starting to come down right before the break. Now that being said, he can throw a 9 mark right here and immediately pick it up. Maybe the disco ball is starting to wane on him a little bit more than help. Nope, never mind. It's doing great job still. Way to go, disco ball. Still insane. That's the second most insane thing that we have streamed as far as a setup in the last month and a half, and the other one was a wedding and people dancing on a table.
All right.
Don't forget Dart Dog. Do you guys remember Dart Dog?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, you were there. You were the one throwing.
I was like, it was right behind me, right? Yeah.
That's classic. Classic.
I would have kicked that dog.
Well, shout out to everybody at home tuning in. We got 500 plus on all our platforms as we're live here on the PPD platforms as well as USA Darts. Thanks for tuning in. Give us that like and a follow if you have not. We definitely appreciate it.
And guys, tonight, A2ZDarts.com is giving away a raffle prize. Tonight's raffle winner will receive their choice of any Harrows Blaze Pro 6 dart case found at A2ZDarts.com. I've done that now both times I've read it. You'll have your choice of color between black, blue, and red. The Blaze Pro 6 is a slim, hard case providing hefty protection and can hold 2 sets of fully assembled darts. All you need to do to enter tonight's raffle is leave a comment on our Facebook live stream chat and hit that like button. And Johnny's looking prone to a 6-0 score line going into the break.
Yeah, it certainly looks like he's due for it right here. Once again, folks, William Stewart here, joined by Sean Green and special guest Brandon Neal for this one. And, well, young buck Nick DeShera in the background pushing them buttons.
Before we go to the break, I have to mention, Brian Shank said, Will, I didn't hear your trademark Boom Goes the Dynamite.
It's so funny. Right now. It's so funny because everybody thinks it's me. No, it's Sean. I'm the Boom Goes the Janitor guy. I don't believe in that Boom Goes the Dynamite still. Just kidding.
Well, you just said it. They said we don't need no break. 6-0. Let's just keep playing.
Chris Cribble says I'm okay with that. Yes. Yes.
Oh man, this is crazy the way that this has gone. Brandon, you said you feel for Nick. I think everyone does, but the beautiful thing of a long format, there can be some swings here. If he goes 4, then 1, 4, then 1, it's tied.
Yeah, and I definitely expect at least one of those to come. I just noticed, I don't know if anybody else noticed it, but watch when Nick throws again. He's throwing harder than he was. I think he's getting to that point where he's another wire.
Wow.
Shouldn't have said anything. I jinxed him. I'm not even a commentator, and I gave the commentator's curse.
Oh, buddy, you're wearing a headset? Guess what? That's all you need to do.
I've become one of them?
Yep. What do you mean by that? Johnny throws in a 4.33. He's dropped his average a little bit. Listen, again, his average coming into this was a 4.68 for his 2022 league average. He's averaging well above a 5 right now. He is throwing lights out right now.
Could have closed at 19 right there, in my opinion, but I think it's going to hurt.
Well, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Boom goes the dynamite.
Is that
commentator cursed that time? Huh?
Is that all for all those 9s for?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just double checking on that one.
He's getting closer. That was a great grouping. I think that he realized he wasn't throwing as hard as he normally does, and he started throwing harder, and it's taken him a minute to get sighted in. Remember that later.
Annoyingly, that's happening in the 7th leg, which I'm guessing they're going to remember the break after this one, so he's going to gain back, hopefully maybe a leg here right before the momentum drops back down again.
Yeah. Gosh, this the level of consistency is not what I'm used to seeing from Nick, and I hope that changes soon.
Nick here. 308. Eyeball those 17s. Looking for another triple.
It's a 5. Not enough right now, man. It's just not enough.
No, when you're throwing 5s and your opponent's throwing, you know, 7s, 6s and 7s every time, it does start to wear on you a little bit, and unfortunately we can see it in his body language.
Yeah, you get to a certain point, and Brandon, I'm not trying to call you out for this type of situation happening, but we have seen you on the live stream playing where it just was not a fun night. And it wasn't you not playing well. It was literally you were hitting back and forth, but Tito Martinez was just on a whole different planet when it came to his scoring. Tonight might be that night for Nick.
Yeah, that if tonight is that night for him, I still haven't watched that live stream. I've watched every other one I've ever played, at least, you know, to have something to learn from. But to play that well, and I felt like I was just getting slammed on the ground every time I tried to get up. It was a very impressive show of heart and just determination out of him. And I threw everything I had at him, and it's demoralizing when that happens. And I can see that in Nick right now.
Yeah, that's one of those nights where you hear the triple segments from the other side of the dartboard in your sleep.
In your sleep. Yep.
There's Brian Dennis back there supporting Nick as well, trying to spark some life behind him. Let's see if he can do it here.
He's another guy we did not even mention in Division One.
That's crazy.
Yeah, third place finisher, our first season doing it. Johnny up 7-0, and he's asking in a very respectful way, do you want to keep rolling? Do you want to actually take the break? He's good either way. It looks like they are going to go ahead and do that. I don't think they have a choice in the matter because Nichols, he did a whole bunch of interviews. He wants to make sure you guys can see him. If they don't take the break, you can't do that.
Exactly. Well, thanks for tuning in here. We are going to head into our break. Brandon Neal, thanks for joining us for a little bit of this coverage, buddy, as we got a little insider input from a man who's played in this Division I and Division II CSC before. We appreciate it, man.
My pleasure. Anytime you need me, just let me know. Thanks for having me.
Well, don't go anywhere yet because, Will might fall asleep still before this thing's over with all of his lack of energy. I haven't heard any lack of energy tonight. I'm going to be honest with you. You've done great, buddy.
Hey, we're trying.
You have.
We're trying to give a little spark of life here. I even texted Nick, said, hey, if you need to kick me out of here, just let me know because I sound like a babbling idiot.
All right. Speaking of which, let's go to the break, shall we?
Let's wrap it up. We'll see you in a minute.
My name is Nick Selepec. I play for C&M Darts, and I'm playing on a Skybox bar in Kissimmee. Best little dart bar in Orlando.
Well, Nick Selepec, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the CSC Challenger Series for the first match of our newest season here with your match against Johnny Lackey. Give us a little bit of your history about how you got into playing the game of darts.
It was really popular back in Orlando in the early 90s. Started playing and kind of fell in love with it then. And took some time off to raise a family and came back a few years later, and 17 years later. But we're back and having fun.
Now, for people that know you, know that you go by the nickname Kissimmee Mike. Can you give a little bit of a clarification for the fans that are going to be watching for the first time?
Not like I haven't given this story before, but years ago when I first moved to Florida, I moved to Kissimmee, and I used to play pool. I played on the 9-ball tour, and there were so many Mikes that everybody got a name. And I was from Kissimmee, and I got the name Kissimmee Mike. And it's stuck since '85, and it's been that way ever since.
Well, Kissimmee Mike's playing in Kissimmee this evening, so we're excited to see how that unfolds. Let's assume you make it all the way to the end here. What would you do with the prize money that you win?
Probably. No, I'm just kidding. I don't do.
Oh, there we go. All right, but the other half, we'll see.
Hey, you never know.
Oh, phenomenal stuff there. Is there anything you want to say to anybody that's going to be watching along, friends, fans, family, or anybody else?
Just everybody that's in the CSC, man, good luck, you guys. It's an amazing group of talent. The people that play for the TOC has just gotten better every year. And it's fun to play with them. I mean, the Dart family, as you know, is we're all one big family, and I'm thankful for every one of them.
Well, we're thankful for you taking a part in this tournament right here, and we're really looking forward to see how this match unfolds against you and Johnny Lackey this evening. Besides that, we really just wish you the best of luck and shoot well, my friend.
My name is Nick Selepec, and you're watching the CSC Challenger Dart Series for TOC Darts.
My name's Johnny Lackey. Playing out of Thirsties here in Tomball, Texas. Playing for Star City Amusements.
Well, Dr. Handsome Johnny Lackey, it's an absolute pleasure to have you back on the CSC Challenger Series for the first match of the new season. How are you feeling?
Good. Better than I did this last week.
Well, speaking of this last week here, you were playing in the ESPN Invitational Shootout. What was that like for some of the people that didn't get a chance to tune in?
It was overwhelming in a sense because you're playing, some of the best players that Soft Tip has to have, even though there were some of them that wasn't there, but in that room, it's eye-opening to knowing, where your game's at and what you have to play against.
And knowing what you have to play against, I mean, looking at that 32-player bracket and then looking at this 32-player bracket, there's no win in here as far as like easy matches ahead. Even if you get through tonight's match against Nick Selepec, you still got either Hunter Van Beek or Leonard Gates on the other end of that. So no matter what, tough affairs ahead. What are you doing to prepare for tonight's match?
I got some rest today. Something I hadn't had going into the ESPN stuff. Got some rest, got a good workout in this morning, and just kind of prepare myself to play a good friend of mine. I call him Pops because we kind of look similar. Like, we even say that he could look like my dad. So just with a lot more gray.
And now I asked Nick Selepec about his nickname being Kissimmee Mike, and now I have to ask you, so what's the story behind Dr. Handsome here for everybody besides the obvious?
Yeah, that is Gordon Dixon. 2017, I think it was 17 or 18. We were in, Bull Shooter Regional in Tennessee, and I was playing in the triples, and him and Larry, LJ from Arachnid, just started going back and forth, giving me crap on there like they normally do, and then here goes Gordon. He says something, and then it just kind of stuck. And then you take something and you roll with it.
Let's look at the end of the bracket here. Let's say you get all the way through. What do you plan on doing with the money?
Bills. That's the main thing. So, I mean, with a newborn, things don't come cheap these days.
Is there anything you want to say to the people that'll be watching tonight, to your friends, fans, family, anyone else?
I just hope that we put on a good show for y'all, and we hear a lot of boom goes the dynamites, because Kissimmee Mike, Nick's he's capable of it, and I know I'm capable of it. So granted, throwing up some boom dynamites like Rick and Soldier, that's a tough challenge to get to, but we would like to give y'all a good show.
Well, I know you're both more than capable of it, and we're excited to watch you this evening live on Facebook and YouTube. Besides that, all I can say is best of luck, my friend, and we're excited to see what you have.
My name is Johnny Lackey, and you're watching the CSC Challenger Series.
I'm just kidding.
Well, I guess we are back, and Sean doesn't even know if we're back or not.
No, I did that on purpose completely.
Sure.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Hey, guys, don't forget to check out the A to Z Darts brand month all August long, featuring Harrow's darts and accessories. You'll receive 10% off and a free 5-pack of assorted Harrow's flights when you purchase any of the Dart of the Month range. Just click the banner on the homepage featuring the Fire Inferno. Enjoy the aggressive grip, fire effect, boom goes the dynamite, and bilateral milling combined with reverse ring cuts to achieve the Fire Inferno range. Jen, you're killing me tonight. You can find the Dart of the Month by clicking the banner on their homepage. That's a-zdarts.com.
You're
What about that
killing. Hey, say that one more time.
What about that giveaway? What giveaway we got going on, bud?
Hey, you know what? When you come back from an 11-hour drive, you really don't think about getting that information ahead of time. So I'll leave that to you.
Whoa. You don't need to break your microphone because of it. And just calm it down, bud. Tonight's raffle winner will receive their choice of any Harrow's Blaze Pro 6 dart case found on a2zdarts.com. You'll have your choice of color between black, blue, and red. The Blaze Pro 6 is a slim, hard case providing hefty protection and can hold 2 sets of fully assembled darts. Boom goes the dynamite Nick Selepec, his first of the match. The Blaze Pro 6, I already read that. All you need to do to enter tonight's raffle is leave a comment on our Facebook live stream chat and hit the like button on tonight's stream. I think my favorite thing is that I've made it perfectly clear, guys, that I am not perfect at all. And it's the lovable quality of myself. Because I mess up everything every time. Hi, bud.
Well, that's quite all right, buddy. You only just jacked one of my microphones up this weekend, too. Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
I didn't jack it up. I almost broke it completely. Because I don't know how batteries work. Because that's how manly I am. That's my level of manliness. Those style of batteries, is it AAA or AA? Then I don't know what to do with them.
A 9-volt battery is just too much for the English teacher here. Ruh-roh. Well, here we go, folks. Nick Selepec's looking to make a stand, grab a leg, and put it on the board. Feeling a little bit better here. 5.33 currently. Johnny's back on a 4.33 average. Let's see what happens.
Do you think Kenny Doyle was like, if you don't win a leg, we're not going to partner anymore?
Very well could have been. I bet you Kenny was side-eyeing him the whole time. As Sano saying, you ain't going to get no gifts if you don't get a leg on the board here.
Hey, look at that. Johnny Jenkins in the chat saying, you guys are awesome. How you been? Johnny, man, long time no see. Miss ya. I'm trying to travel more too, man. What are you doing? Because I should have seen you by now in the places I've gone to. Did I miss a boom? I missed a boom. Did I miss a boom? No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, at this point, everything's a boom, baby.
That was a little Pacers reference I see there. That was nice.
You're welcome. You are welcome. Mike Maloney tuning in. How about that as I look up and see a little comment from him? Another ESPN bull shooter invitational player.
There's Jesse Gore in there too. Chris Grimmel has been with us throughout. Excited to see how she does Wednesday in Division 2 of the CSC Challenger Series. She's in the top 5-6 favorites, in my opinion, for Division 2.
I'm going to be honest. It's anybody's game. I don't even know who's going to win Division 1. I can give you a list of 5 names, and still one of those 5 or all those 5 could be out. You never know.
Yeah, I'm going to point it out, guys. Division 2. Division 2. The player ratings, which is NPR plus their PPR. Willie Walker is at the top of it with an 80.031. The bottom one is only 5.1 rating points difference. To give you an example of the difference between that, the top average in Division 1 you only have to go down 3 people before it's longer of a distance of rating average. So between 1 and 4 in Division 1 is the whole distance between all the competitors in Division 2. We got to point that out, right?
Yeah, you definitely gotta point that out because it's just an eye-popping stat. It's how close those averages are here.
How about this? Johnny Lackey has just scraped his way back into this leg. He's now just a couple of marks away from winning this thing.
And at the bullseye now. Needs one more of those.
I
Goes
can't
for the
believe he
15.
switched back. Why did he switch back? That was dude.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all. Really, I was wondering why he did that. I thought you'd just stay there on the bull.
Glad my camera wasn't on for that one. Questionable look on my face when he threw that.
Yeah, that was different idea. Especially when with the second one at the bull. I thought it was a beautiful way to go about it after the first one. And then he just shocked the world. But, oh my goodness, Johnny, don't do that. Okay, there it is. He's made that way too close. A 4.2. That should have been somewhere right around a 5. Five darts there were different, to say the least. But who cares? It's 8-0. Do we get the greatest comeback in CSC Challenger Series history? Go down in the record books. Nick's laughing about the potential. It could happen.
I think Kenny must have said something back there, I'm guessing. But how about a little quick update from our bracket? What do you say?
Well, hello everybody. It's the other Nick. Still, that Nick is better than me in darts. I figured I'd come in and give us a little update here on our brackets. So looking up here, this is going to be the ones I currently have updates on. Not all of them have gone through yet. But I know Leonard Gates did come out on top of Hunter Van Beek there. On the top side. Then we also have a couple of second round matches starting to get decided. So Devin Hunter had a bye and Kenny Doyle did come on top 9-1 against Ian Hansen to go into a second round matchup there. You see Nick over there laughing around, having a good time.
Yeah, Kenny is talking trash every dart now. It looks like
absolutely.
back
there. Going a little further down the bracket here, we see Brian Dennis did come out on top of Pat Cook. Bob Anderson has a bye, and I believe we said Rick Hensey has went through 9-0. I did not get an update on the Brian Bowling Kyle Liddicky match, but at the very bottom there, Daryl Cortez, John Edwards. That was a tiebreaker match with a round out at the very last leg there, with Daryl Cortez just edging it out barely on top.
Wow.
Yeah, how about that? Daryl Cortez was the king seed of Division 2. Before Chris Watson made everyone else look pedestrian in Division 2 in 2 matches straight and took it down. But Daryl Cortez coming back in Division 1, bumping up a division and getting a first-round win against a tough opponent.
Well, my little pick at the beginning with John Edwards, he's going to have to go through that loser's side. But, yeah, Daryl Cortez maybe looking for a little vengeance after that well, it was a double dip, let's be honest. It was a double dip situation for that Division 2 champion, Chris Watson. So maybe he's going to come out with some fire and try to take that, that bottom half of the bracket for his own.
Yeah, you know what? He has a pretty good chance. I believe he's running to Rick Hensey pretty early in this. Not an easy opponent awaiting him, as those are both the second place finishers. Only one was Division 1, one was Division 2 last season. But talk about a storyline, maybe, possibly. Just saying.
Well, I want to mention this real quick because I'm not sure if Jesse is just upset that we didn't mention it, or if he's happy that we avoided it, and he's just letting us know that Jeremiah Millar got him tonight also.
So I don't know if you know the universal sign of "oh no," but that's what that emoji is. So he's probably not excited about it overall.
I figured after all, but I wanted to mention it anyway.
And he also did play out of Skybox, by the way. I was watching him play a little bit earlier on the sideboard. I did not get a chance to see the match score there. So, Jesse, great to see you on the stream as always.
Do we potentially have Brian, Kenny, Nick, and Jesse play at Skybox tonight for their matches?
Hey, guys. Maybe. Hey, look at the crowd back there. They're all excited. I just knew it was going to be a funny moment.
Yes. Yes. Nick's happy. We're happy. He's on the board, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, you can't win or you can't come back if you don't win the first one of the comeback. It can happen still, as he will go first until it becomes 8-6 potentially. That player advantage. I'm just going to set it up, maybe tee it up. You can hit it out of the park if you want to, or you can just leave it there. It's all up to you, buddy. But I think we could see a little run here from Nick.
I hope. Let's extend this bad boy.
Man, I said too many awesome things for that to be your comeback.
Hey, listen. Sometimes you got to keep it short, sweet, to the point, Sean. It ain't got to be an elaborated English teacher.
To the point. I appreciate you bringing that up. To the Point Streaming will be doing the Siege tomorrow night on Tuesday, starting at 8 p.m. Danny Lobby Jr. Will be a part of that foursome doubles match. So you should head on over to Indie Darts To The Point Streaming. Hit that like page and watch us tomorrow night. Steel Tip.
How about a helpless plug, too, for those new Siege Fit Flights available over at A2ZDarts.com. Go get you some today. Why not? Support the Siege. Support A to Z Darts. There you go.
Be honest, those are pretty nice, right?
Hey, they're pretty sexy. They're pretty sexy. I can't lie. Although I'm not technically a Fit Fight guy, I still kind of tamper around with everything. I'll be getting me a set to support. You know it. You know it. And then throwing them in. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, boy. Johnny Lackey throwing a 6.0, but Nick Selepec is starting to become up to the task here. Raised his game. Should have thrown above a 5 in the last leg, but Johnny, it didn't matter. Johnny was back there a little bit, and now he is ready to start playing. Obviously, it could be too little too late, but it's good to see the fight out of him.
Just real quick, Kevin mentioning that those flights sold out quick. Well, they're back in stock, actually. I think they just had to readjust things as they're good to go. Go get you some, buddy.
Yeah, you get you some.
Get you some.
We didn't just take back Frostbite from Nashville. Brought ourselves back an accent.
Let me tell you what, there were some buttes. There were some buttes down there.
Oh, man, shout out Ray. All weekend long got to hear that beautiful Southern drawl. Hey, did you know that in Nashville yesterday was the IndyCar street race?
So that's what it was.
Yeah. How cool would that have been to watch? Why did we do streaming? We could have just gone to that. It would have been the same thing.
We could have just said toodaloo.
Brought a camera. We could have brought a camera and just streamed that. Would have been less fun, but
hello YouTube. I'll be searching for it because that seems pretty cool. I'm excited for the Vegas one. Look at this. Hopefully, do we get one?
Yes.
No, because it's an 8 mark.
I was just about to mention, though, that his misses have been getting tighter and tighter. Still, 1 out of about every 7 or 8 darts seems to go wayward, but his groupings are getting a lot tighter.
There's an actual boom goes the dynamite. Sorry, Brandon. You're right. His grouping is getting much better. That's a good point. I'm telling you, he's prone for a comeback. Johnny Lackey's throwing a 6.33. Nick still with a slight advantage in the leg.
Ooh, I like that move. I wasn't expecting it.
Hey, Connor Olson is in our
I was just about to mention that. Young Connor Olson, who we had in the Music City stream and commentary for a little bit. Young Connor Olson, 13 years young. Steve Diker also saying his match is going to be on Twitch tomorrow. I think that's the Black Saddle stream, if I do recall. So that'll be an exciting one for me and you to tune in for, huh?
I'll do commentary, not for free, though. You gotta pay me.
Jeez.
Cheese curds work. Cheese curds do work, by the way. I'll take some fresh cheese curds.
Oh, yeah. Scuba Steve coming in clutch at Whammo.
I'm just saying, if someone wants some mediocre commentary, I'm available.
Brandon, have you heard about Whammo, buddy?
I have. Yeah, is that something
Look at that.
we would qualify for? Gosh, this is just
my
incredible.
Goodness, Johnny Lackey. He got a little excited on that round. He should. He has throughout. This is round 9 of this leg, he's throwing a 6.63. Sorry to interrupt everything. That's craziness.
Well, that's quite all right as we get
No view at all at what we're seeing.
That's okay.
Hey,
Could potentially be it, and it is, as Johnny Lackey is going to be excited with that finish.
9-1 victory. Hey guys, Johnny Lackey, he's here to compete in this Division 1 of the CSC Challenger Series. He is tired of being overlooked just because he's so handsome.
My word. That was a display, folks. I'm interested to see where he comes out overall. I'm thinking just over the 5 mark range, maybe 5.15. What do you think?
There's no reason why it wouldn't be above a 5, and I think a little bit higher up in the 5s. Those 4s that he threw were still 4 8s, 4 9s. So he had, I think, a few more real high up there averages to kind of balance that out into at least a 5.2, 5.3. Brandon Neal, what was that expected?
No, not that far. I like I said, the 3-0, 4-0, sure, but really expected him to come back to earth a little bit and give Nick a chance to use that player advantage to mount a comeback. And you could tell it started. So if Johnny didn't continue that excellent level of play, then he would have been able to. But Johnny just kept his foot on the gas. Very, very impressive. He just put everyone else in that bracket on notice that he came to play.
Will, I'm going to ask you, what does Nick have to do from this point forward not to just get down on the fact that he didn't bring his A game, got beat on the stream, and now he's facing a huge task of running through a lot of tough competition, including Hunter Van Peek, who he will play next week, week 2, who's not going to be an easy test either.
Honestly, what I would do is I'd set the sticks down for a day, just kind of forget about it mentally, and pick them back up and get some practice in. Maybe Wednesday night, maybe Thursday, and just kind of move along and forget about it. That's all you really can do in that situation. I mean, we've all had our fair share of well, let's be honest, whoopings. We've all been there before.
Yep.
It happens, but honestly, Mick may be thinking here. At least I don't got to play Leonard Gates next week because that's who's Johnny Lackey's got to play.
Yeah, I think Nick at this point would love to have the opportunity to play Leonard Gates next week. But yeah, I agree with you there. I think that he should take a day or so. Although I would do the opposite of that. I would just hang out with Kenny for the next 24 hours straight. Let him trash talk all he wants for 24 hours. Do what he does best. And I'll either cry myself to not playing next week, or I'm going to be that Rocky running up the stairs up to the library there.
Well, just so you folks know at home, Nick Selepec's going to play Hunter Van Beek next week. So that's who he'll have in that matchup. And, well, these matches will kind of play out. And once again, you can check them out on CompuSport, both Division 1 and Division 2. So don't forget about our Wednesday night covers that we normally do at 8:30 p.m. Central on Wednesday as well. Because do we have – I don't think we have our match quite yet for that one, do we? Yes?
Of course we do. We just haven't been told. Why haven't I been told?
Oh, we're live right now. No, we're not.
Only
We're not live
there
now.
was one place that we could all check it.
Well, some of us are busy.
Wow.
Okay, it's okay.
Shade has been thrown.
No, it's okay. So more than likely it's going to be Chris Grimmel against Mario Serra, because Chris Grimmel actually might be playing out of the same bar we just watched Johnny play out of. I think she is in Texas at the moment, if I'm not mistaken here. Of course, I used him to be, but that's what I was told so far.
Please tell me she hates Boom Goes the Dynamite. I'm sure that disco ball is she's gonna. I'm telling you what.
I'm excited for it. It should be a good match. I'm ready to see Chrissy Grimm on the stream once again. As we all know, when she gets comfortable, she gets quick, and let me tell you, she throws some heat. Triple after triple after triple.
Yep. As soon as you see her start walking to the board on dart number 3, she's in the zone.
That's what I was
And
just about to say.
Yeah.
If you see her throw that third dart and she gets there barely after it hits the board, you're in trouble.
Yep. She's hitting triples and triples and triples. Man, I cannot wait for Wednesday's matchup now. That's going to be awesome. I could wait anyway, but now I'm just so excited. Going to be now? I got time. I haven't done anything commentary-wise in like the past 3 days or anything like that. Let's do it.
Let me get some sleep, buddy. Just let me get an hour. Let me get an hour, and then we can wind it up and start her up again. How about that? No, we're all excited. We hope you guys are ready for a fantastic CSC Challenger Series, as we have quite the list of players in both our divisions. Check it out every Monday and Wednesday night, 8:30 p.m. Central. Sean Green, William Stewart, and some special guests, including tonight's special guest, Brandon Neal, and our young buck, Nick DeShera. So, Sean, anything else, buddy?
Man, it was an absolute pleasure. Thank you guys for their support tonight. It's so cool when we see all this every week. Bring it back Wednesday night. It's gonna be great. Stay with us. We'll be there. That was weird. Let's go out.
Sounds good, guys. We'll see you Wednesday night for some fun action. Race to 9, 8:30 p.m. Central.
I am a